by peril. You and I must not settle for anything less than an America that replaces that darkness with a new light. Because the promise and prosperity of a new economy must not be the property of the few. It must be a force that lifts up our entire country and ultimately lifts up the entire world. We have the privilege to live in a transformational moment, a moment when an idea can change the world, a moment when technology empowers us to come together as never before, while letting each of us reach for our own individual dreams, a moment when we can finally progress and move beyond the huge challenges that have stood in the way of progress for far too long. We cannot, and we must not, look back and regret that we settled for anything less. And that's why I'm asking you to join me in seizing this moment. I'm asking you to join me in changing the world. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on up. Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator, for such a strong message about innovation.
Thank you.
Senator Obama, the product of a Kansas mother and a father from Kenya, born in Hawaii. Your history, of course, Columbia, Harvard, state senator, now senator running for president. Welcome to the...
Thank you so much. Thank you.
When you see yourself in the presidency in 2008, 2009, and for many years, what is it that you're going to do that's exceptional? What is your fundamental reason why you think this country, is going to be a great country? And by the way,
is this the kind of interview that you guys went through?
Your book is really extraordinary. Its title is The Audacity of Hope.
Yeah. Well, Eric, first of all, thanks for, and the reason that book is called The Audacity of Hope is it captures an idea that got me into politics in the first place, which is that part of what has been great about America is there's a certain audacious quality, this belief that this ragtag bunch of revolutionaries can overthrow the greatest empire on earth, start a government that we've never seen operate before, spread across a continent, create the greatest economy and the greatest democracy in our history, and then overcome barriers, both internal and external, that would prevent us from making progress. There's a certain confidence and boldness to the idea of America. And the reason I'm running for president right now, because oftentimes people ask me, why now? You know, if I waited 10 years, I'd still be younger than most of the other candidates. That's true. Is because I think we are at a defining moment in our history. Is at war. The planet is in peril. Ordinaries are working harder for less. They feel as if the dream the generations fought for is slowly slipping away. Their costs for everything from healthcare to college gone up. They're finding it more difficult to save, difficult to retire, and they don't feel as if anybody in Washington is listening. When I made the decision, I sat down with my wife and I asked myself three questions. One, could my family survive the rigors of a presidential campaign? And because my wife is exceptional and my children are above average, we figured we could do it. And they've been great. The second question, I asked myself the question you asked, because I think so much is at stake right now that running for president can't be about ambition this time. There's got to be a rationale. And what I